contract lifecycle management, student registration, student onboarding, contract renewals, automation, automated payment, reminder generation, creation of payment requests, all these things. So this is the self-registration page of the community site. For student registration, we have used the community site, and this is the self-registration page of the community site. Through this form, student can register themselves. So in that form, we have to mention the personal details of the student. Here we have to select the gender. This is the property. So in this project, property is nothing but the building, hostel building, and in that hostel building we will have the multiple rooms. So rooms are nothing but the units, and in a single room, in a single unit, there can be multiple bed allocations. So for unit we are using different types. First one is a single unit, and second another one is a shared room. If anyone wants a single room, then they will go for the single room, and if the student want to live in a sharing, so they can share rooms. So I will click on next. I have to put down the email address here. Mention phone number here. Click on next. Here we have to next. I have to click on that consent and click on next. So the student's registration is completed now. After this registration, student will receive an email that student has registered here successfully. So the registration is completed now. Now we have to go to our Salesforce form. Now the student register themselves on the community site, and after successful registration, student will receive an email that they have successfully registered in our system. So whenever the student register there on the community site, the link is being generated. So this is the link, and in that link, now we have to convert that link. Whenever there is a button convert, whenever I am clicking on that convert button, the property then start date, and budget, then I am clicking on next. And once I am clicking on next, the bed allocations which are available as per the dates and budget will come here. Now I will select this bed allocation and I will select next. Click on next. The bed allocation is successfully allocated to the student, and the lead is also getting converted. I refresh this page. See the person above is one. That lead is converted into account, and the contract is also generated. Contract is generated. So in that contract we get all the details of the student, like payment name, bed allocation name, start date, contract term, stay. And initially we check the status of the contract is draft. Now the contract lifecycle management comes here. Here we have used the PDF Butler and Site Butler. Those are the managed packages we are using, and we have here the preview button. Once I click on the preview button, the document is getting generated. So the admin persons with management person will check the document. If the document is fine, then they will click on the send contract button, and after clicking on the send contract, the email will get sent to the students. Here in contract lifecycle management on the contract document, we are having two different signatures. First signature is for student and another signature is for the management. status of the contract is moved to the sign now. Previously it was pending signature, but now the student has signed successfully. The status changed to sign. And once the student has signed, the mail will go to the management person for the counter sign. And again I will contact sign request here. Means that the student has signed successfully. Now the management person will sign. The management person can check from here that student has signed successfully. Yeah. Management person can see the sign as well. Sign the document. Now the management has also signed the document. If I refresh that page, we can see. We can also check the details from the audit details. The audit details are generated. Now again I will go to the contract and we will again check the status of the contract. Now the status is changed to counter sign. Okay. And once the status is set to counter sign, there are many obligations are there which are running. So first one, the bed allocation survey will send to the student on email. And then second one, the payment request will get generated for the students. If I go in the letter and if I check that payment request are generated. As we saw that the contract term is for 12 months, the payment request will get generated. Since contract term is for 12 months, so the 12 payment request like rate will get generated. If I open here now payment request, we can check that there are the different types of payment are the payment rate, deposit, maintenance, all are the different types. So initially, whenever the counter sign is there, means the contract is get counter sign, 15 payment request will generate. There are different types as well, tax, deposit, PLP are also there. All the calculations are done automatically using the different automation tools. You can check that the total amount for the deposit is here 1200. All the things are generated with the automation here. And if I open any of the payment request, we will check here that the property is here, unit is here, bed allocation is there, account, contract, all the details are given on the payment request. Now we are leaving the same payment link button. The payment requests are generated here, but now we have to send the link for payment to the student. If I click on the payment request link button, the student will receive an email. In that email, the link for payment is there. This is the link for payment. This is done through the integration. Here we have done the third-party integration of the payment. And if I click on that, now here student will pay the money. And the money will come into the management's bank account. For every month, the management person will come and click on the payment link button. And after clicking on that, the student will get an email on the payment link, and through that payment link, student will pay the money. If we check that, here are type as well for the payment request. Here we have two different type of payment request: incoming payment request and the outgoing payment request. So incoming payment request, these payment requests are for students will pay the money to the management. What is happening in our use case? Usually the management is the middle. These are not the actual owners of the property. So the actual owners of the property are someone else. So what the management will collect the money from the student. They will take the commission for them, and other amount, remaining amount will be paid furthest to the actual owners of the property. So for that we have to generate the outgoing payment request. Incoming payment request are that student will pay money to the management, and outgoing payment request are that the management will pay money to the actual owners. So for that there are few conditions. Once the students has paid the money, here the status will auto change here. Here paid date will come. I'm selecting the paid date as today. And for the generation of outgoing payment request, we have to go to the property. This is the property. And on property we have this button, reconcile payments. Once I click on the reconcile payments, So the renewal contract is generated successfully. If we click here on renewal contracts, we can able to see the renewed contract. This contract is generated through renewal